Hey guys, welcome back to episode 5. You need to run a business, and we're here with
Maya,
Lissa, and Danny, and we're the Talk That Talk crew. So today is our final episode for season 1. It was a great season, but you can catch us next season in May for season 2.
Yes.
But yeah.
So today we're going to be discussing our experiences dealing with service providers. We're going to talk about our personal experiences as well as experiences from people online. And then we're going to end it off with some tips and advice for how to be successful running your own business.
Alrighty. So I just want to make the disclaimer that we are not being rude, hateful, or disrespectful or mean or anything like that. We are just speaking from the experiences from service providers. This is real life.
Real life.
If that was not the experience that was given to us, we would have nothing to say. All right. So I just feel like lack of professionalism is really big in the hair industry now. Like, the service providers don't really communicate with you. They want everything done through the site. And then if something is wrong, they blame you and say, oh, you aren't reading the rules. But it's like if somebody tries to contact you and get information from the source, you're rude and disrespectful. My personal experience is that I've been canceled on twice, like 5 p.m. the day before, like a 8 a.m. appointment. And it's like, it's no type of compassion or anything. I feel like only one person has ever given me my deposit back. The other girl, after I told her that I couldn't reschedule because I needed her to do my hair tomorrow, I need to get my hair done the next day, she just started replying like, no refund or nothing. Like, I think I even text, I was like, well, can I get a refund because I can't, rebook. Like, I need a disappointment for tomorrow. And she just went silent. The other girl, she was like kind of apologetic, but I just feel like you should give somebody at least 24 to 12 hours notice so we can find somebody else. I feel like when you do it like 5 p.m. the next day, like, y'all know everybody cut their phone off at 5 p.m. Service providers,
they're going home.
Like, so it's like you're trying to contact somebody and like by the grace of God, this lady was like, she usually turns off her work phone, but she just so happened to answer it for me when I was calling trying to get an appointment like last minute. But she was an older lady and, they're more professional because they've been in this game for like 20, 30, 40 years. And that's y'all problem. Y'all not getting that knowledge from them ladies that have been in the game 20, 30, 40 years. Y'all just want to go straight to salon suite.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you that there's just how they put in their policy. If you want to cancel, it needs to be 24, 48. Some of them say 2 to 3 days ahead of time. I feel like they should give you that same grace because just as I know under like last minute emergencies happen, but most of the time their emergencies don't be emergency. It just be like either a scheduling thing or something that could have been avoided if they would have communicated to you at least 2 days or earlier that day. Instead of the end of the day. So like you said, you can find somebody else. I feel like that's crazy because most of the time if we're getting our hair done, it's for an important event.
Exactly.
Or something that we need to do as well.
So, sometimes I just be wanting to get cute and that's interfering with me just wanting to get cute. Like, I'm prepping for this appointment.
Yeah.
Like day before you want to wash your hair, take out your hair style, wash your hair and prep your hair and then all that be done and you be left high and dry. I just don't really respect that and I don't like that. Like, I feel like even if you do like cancel last minute, you should at least be like, okay, you can reach out to this stylist and she should be able to help you. Like, I feel like that should be something that should be able to be done. So you just not, behind out, basically.
Or they should offer a reschedule as soon as possible. Like, maybe I can't do it today, but I can do it tomorrow evening. Does that work with you? Like, most of the time, it's like, sorry, I can't do it. And it's like, bye.
And that's it.
It's not like, oh, let's try to reschedule. When are you free? Because most of the time, like with me, my schedule for at work, I can't do it during the week unless it's like 6 p.m. It has to be on the weekend. So I feel like they should just give you an alternative at least of like when to reschedule.
That's a fact.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you gotta also think about like the whole late policies, like these 30,000 policies they be having. They be saying how, oh, if you're 10 minutes late over your grace period, it's a certain amount charge. And then at the certain amount, your appointment is canceled. Okay, that's cool. Like, I get that. I don't mind paying the money if I am late. But what about when y'all are late or when they're late? Like, are you going to take money off of my appointment because you're late? I just think that's like, you know, if you're going to charge me for being late, then you should be taking off money when you're late.
That happened to me. I pulled up and the girl was like, give me a minute. Like, I'll let you know when to come up. And I was like, I didn't want to be late because I'm thinking like, is she going to try to blame me and say that I was late? When the whole time you told me to wait in the car until you called me up. So I like waited outside her door. Like I knocked on her door and then I texted her and I was like, I just wanted to make sure you said to wait, but I wanted her to know like I'm there. So you can't say that like I wasn't there. But other than that, she did a good job and like everything else from there was good. But yeah, that policy right there is like, I didn't want my whole appointment to be canceled, even if it was you. But yeah, of course she didn't take anything off and she started like later, but
that's what literally be so insane to me though. Like they have all these rules and policies and they don't even respect them unless it's you. Unless it's you, the customer, that's the only time they implement them rules. When it's them, it's just like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm late. Like this happened. It's all these excuses on why they was late, but it's never, you know what? I was late. Let me compensate you. Let me take something off because let you would be late and you have a $50 fee tag on. And that's just, like I say, I can't respect me. Yeah. I feel like that's stealing, not hustling. Like.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's only if it intervenes on their timing. But if they're waiting for you, then they're like, oh. But if you're waiting for them, they're like, no, I'm just still getting ready or still prepping. But it's like, you're late.
And then it was crazy that, speaking of canceling, like they can cancel on you.
But you can't
6 hours before. But, or they can even cancel on you 1 hour before your appointment, but let you cancel at least 24 hours and they talk about, oh, I'm going to run your car for the service or at least 50%. Like, you're stealing.
They don't let you book again with them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They be like, blocked. Blocked and will not be able to book again in the future.
I'm like, what?
Nobody even care.
But it's like, how you going to block me and ban me? And if it, like you said, if it was you, what's gonna happen? Like you're in not even an apology. Like sometimes it's just like, hi, how are you? Like, was I not just waiting for you for 30 minutes?
We gotta talk about like the way some of them be. Oh my gosh, the way some of them be texting. Like you could text them or message them so professionally, and they be like, oh, who? Or you could call somebody and they're like, hello, who's the? Hi, how are you? How are you? Like, hi, how are you? Especially if it's like they're like you have your number in your bio for us to call you.
Thank you.
So if somebody's calling that number that you have in your bio, wouldn't you kind of already assume like, hey, I'm calling, this is a customer or a potential client calling, not who is this, or not answering the phone, texting, who is this, or, oh, what you need. Oh, whoa, wait.
Yes. Somebody did that to me and I just didn't even text back. Like, what do you mean? Who is this? This is the number in your bio that says text this number for booking. And I even said, hi, my name is such and such.
And they still said, who is this?
Do you have any availability to do braids? Talk about who is this? Why do that matter?
That's crazy.
Are you available to do braids?
It's like they want to know.
Speak about who I am. Like,
it's like they want to know your Instagram.
Regardless of a client, like, or potential client.
That's crazy.
But that's what I'm saying about lack of professionalism. Like, when they don't have that guy, like I said, they go straight to speak. So they have not worked in a shop. And have somebody that's been in the game 20, 30, 40 years, taking them under their wing and teaching them, like, this is how you handle your customers. This is how you speak to your customers. And that's why they're so rude. Like, that's insane. What do you mean? Who is this? Or what you need? Or what you want? Or it's in my booking site.
Even for older people. Even for older people, because like my mom was trying to book with a girl that I saw on Instagram and I recommended her to her. She was like, can you call her and like see when she has availability? So I called the girl because once again, it's in her bio, call me for an appointment. So I call her, I'm like, hey, this is Sherlicia. Cause I'm thinking like, just so you know, because they want to know who is this calling me. So I'm like, hey, Shalicia. And she's like, okay, Ann. And I said, Ann. I was like, oh, well, I was calling.
Like, how did she say it?
Like that. She said, okay, and that's literally what she said. Cause I was like taken aback. My mom was standing right there and I was like, well, I was calling to book an appointment for my mom. Cause like my mom doesn't have Instagram. So I thought like if she knew who was calling, she'd be like, oh, hey girl. And then I could be like, hey, my mom wants to book an appointment. But she literally said, okay, and.
That's insane.
And I'm like, well, now we
my head
because all you had to say was, oh, hi, how are you? How may I help you?
Yeah.
Like, it's not that hard.
Like, that's your work phone. Like, when I'm at work, I can't answer the phone and be like, yes.
Yeah, you don't.
But that's the thing.
Like, that's insane. You can't say that on a professional job. Like, what are you doing?
Most of them don't even be having work phones. All they do is use their personal phone. And it's like, if you're going to you need to literally separate the two. You need to literally have your own personal phone and then have that work phone, because then when you're mixing your business and your personal life together, that's literally creating chaos for you, because it's like, okay, who is this person calling me? Oh, I'm not going to answer. That's a potential client that just called you, but you just declined it because you don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Have separate phones. It's that simple. Like, I don't want to put the person out there, but, but yeah, somebody y'all know, you got a separate business number, but you kept the same phone. And it's like, okay, now people are calling like that number, but it's still on that phone. And it's like, how can you really separate the two? Because you're not knowing who calling for what. So you declining calls that could be business. And it's like, just have two separate phones. That's all. Like,
just have some phone etiquette.
Phone etiquette.
I feel like when you speak to people nicely, they're more willing to book with you. Like, when she said, like, she's talking about, okay, and I swear, I would have hung up that shit. Okay, and. Okay, and now you've already just ruined the vibe. Right. Now I'm already thinking in my head, like, man, when she was on that phone, she was so rude. I don't know.
Okay. And I'm like being nice, like, hey girl, Shalicia.
Okay. And
y'all know that reminds me of, hold on. Y'all know that reminds me of, to get off topic. When I was applying for this job, this lady told me to call her back, right? And I was calling her about something that had something to do with the job. And she didn't pick up, somebody else picked up. But I can hear her in the background being so rude, like, oh, you need to tell her this. Like, she called about this. Like, why she calling about that? It's just like, whoa, this is potential employee. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to get some understanding on what needs to be done. Yeah. What's the next steps when I've just accepted this job? Yeah, Lord. You already ruined the vibe for me. Like, just have some phone etiquette. Like, because that can make or break that day. Because I'm going to tell people, man, when she got on that phone, she was acting like this. She was acting like that. And I ain't going to, like, we ain't saying no names. When I'm speaking out in these streets, I'm saying acts, I'm showing Instagram, all that. Like, I want people to know, all that. You might not want to deal with this person. And that ain't the reputation you want. You don't want that. That's bad for business.
It is honestly sad because, like, me, even before I like book with someone, I'll send it to them and be like, do y'all know this person? Do y'all have any experiences with this person?
No.
Because that happened where I was about to get a, little sweet treat for my birthday. And I sent them the Instagram page. I'm like, do y'all know them?
Absolutely not. Absolutely
not. But
not.
then the crazy thing is, in the span of a couple hours, they posted on their story, like, why I should not go to the
your life is
you did it by yourself. So like you literally had a potential client, and like just me paying attention to your story and the chaos going on,
chaotic,
like back to back. Yeah, like
but know that's what I be saying. I feel like as a business owner, you should separate your personal page from your business page. Like. You should not be saying certain things on your story. That's going to turn people off. Exactly. Like, no way you are showing this much entitlement and then showing your business,
showing your customers,
showing what on your business page.
Like, be so entitled to think that people booking you is like their blessing or something is insane. Like, these service providers are insane.
Like withholding stuff. Oh, you didn't come pick it up, so I'm going to give y'all one more chance, but if this happens again, you're not getting what you ordered.
I paid delivery.
You're not getting what you ordered. It's crazy.
I paid a delivery fee. What do you mean?
But you know what'd be so crazy about that? They're not going to give you a refund. Like, that's stealing. That is stealing.
Because she never mentioned refund. She said, if you don't come pick it up today,
you're out of luck.
Yeah, it's your fault if you don't get it. Like, what?
Like, the service after they paid for it, like, I could understand if, like, they weren't serious, they maybe didn't pay, but it's like, these people have already placed these orders, and you said whatever the inconvenience was, because then in another post, you said you didn't have transportation to deliver it, so they have to come pick it up. So now you're intervening on their time when you're in your services, you said that you would deliver. So,
and to piggyback off of both of these topics, like hairstylists or any type of like industry person, if I feel like you are yelling at me in your booking site, baby, I am not. If you are yelling before you book, read before.
Exclamation points at the end.
All caps, caution signs, exclamation points, all caps, bold, italic font, all underlined. Baby, you yelling? Why are you yelling at me? No.
You know what? The next things that you read is gonna be something
crazy.
Bullet. 30 bullet points.
Yes.
30 bullet points. Oh, if you come
wash, blow dry, braid down.
Already come trimmed, blown out. Come with your hair done already.
Hair already curled.
It's like that's literally why I'm booking you, because I don't know how to do my hair.
But not the ones that want to force you to take pictures. I paid for the service. I do not have to allow you to take pictures of me.
But what I don't like is when that's in the booking site.
Must come with makeup done.
Pictures will be taken.
I've never seen that.
I've seen it.
Oh my God.
I've seen that a lot.
Picture, like, I'm not a model.
Must come with makeup.
I paid for this style.
But wait, if you don't want your face shown, they give you a...
Girl, leave me alone.
I'm weak.
Take this money and let me.
I didn't even know that. That's a new thing.
Damn. I got a few I could show you right now, but we ain't gonna get into that.
No, for mine, I be feeling some type of way when they do take videos and pictures of me.
They don't post it
on there. Because it's giving like...
Am I ugly?
Yes, like, why didn't you post me?
You know you messed something up.
Not my best work.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Supposed to be
Lord,
you messed me up.
Cause now I'm mad. Cause what you mean? Or one of my or they post somebody with one of my favorite I did this week.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or they be like, "Do you like it?" I'm like, "Do you like it?
Like,
are you satisfied?"
I'm dead.
How about the one?
Because sometimes I be like, "Oh, this looks good," and they don't be saying nothing. And I'm just like, "Hello, are you confident in your own work?" Like,
yeah, I like the ones that have you up. You know,
they're like, "Yeah, girl,
I love that."
Like, girl, like you really ate this.
Yes.
I did this. Like, I like that you picked this style.
Yeah.
I like when the girls like really get acting. Yeah. That's when you know they really think your style is fun.
Yeah.
But if you walk around me and you don't say nothing,
you're just staring.
I got something. Well.
All right. So switching to another experience, I'll talk about my experience with a photographer. And this was for our brand shoot. So, you know, we're excited about things. We're like ready to shoot. So the first thing that happens is I discussed with the guy. He's being professional, communicating. Everything's cool. So then a couple of days go by, and I notice their page is deactivated. So I'm like, if I have a service coming up with you like the following week, and I'm just checking in, why is your page like nowhere to be found? So I'm thinking like we could have got scammed or something. So I'm just venting to my coworker, and she's like, "Oh, I know them. I know their roommate." So she's like, "Let me hit them up." And I'm like, thankfully she knew them, because after she hit up the roommate got in touch with them, and then they finally reached out to me, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to reach out to you. I meant to call you and tell you that I deactivated my page, but everything like is still good." So then they're like, I don't know if we should book with them. I mean, like continue to have service with them. And I was like, well, we have someone who knows where they stay. So that's the only reason why I'm good with continuing on with the service. So then Danny gets sick, so we have to reschedule.
Oof.
We're assuming like everything's still the same time. We're just rescheduling to a different day. So that was it the day before?
It was the day of.
So the day of comes, we're getting ready and everything. I text the person, I'm like, hey, we're going to get there around this time. And they're like, wait, no, I thought it was at this time, like later in the day.
No.
And I'm like, we never discussed changing the time. And if we did, that should have been discussed when we rescheduled that same day. So that person's like, oh, I have to work. I'm not going to be able to make it until the end of the day. And we were supposed to film. We were supposed to go take pictures and then film. Mm-hmm. So then we tried to film, but of course it was rushed because we had to get ready for the shoot. Mm-hmm. So now you're throwing us off. We had to end up refilming the episode because it was all over the place. We're trying to make sure we're on our appointment at the time that person rescheduled us to that we didn't even like agree on. Mm-hmm. So we spoke with the person, like, at least give us a discount because at this point it's the day of, we don't have time to like keep rescheduling. So we finally get there and everything's cool. Everything's good. That person does a great job. But then you have to edit the pictures and the videos. Another thing, we're waiting for you because we have to drop a certain day. Like we wanted everything to be ready to drop a certain day. We already have to reschedule. So that's already pushing us back. Then you're not giving us our edited pictures and videos. So now we're pushed back again. I had to go edit all the pictures and the video. And there was not no short video either. It was a long video. And I had to like edit all of that by myself just to post it the next day because you're not being professional and sticking to your word or being communicative as your job, not mine.
Yeah, I just didn't appreciate that he didn't provide the service that we paid for.
Yeah, the editing.
If you were supposed to edit the pictures, edit the video, it's no reason that one of us had to get it done. Yeah. So it was dropped at a certain time, especially when even at the shoot, you talked to him and you was like, is it going to be done by Thursday? Yeah. And he said that we were dropping Tuesday and he promised us it was going to be done Monday. Yeah. And yeah, Monday came and all he did was give her like
all the raw clips.
Like all the raw clips.
Yeah.
And what if none of us knew how to edit? Like that would have been crazy.
We'd have to find somebody else.
Exactly. And would have had to pay more money when we literally already paid him.
Yeah.
And then the craziest part about that is when she said he gave us a discount. Yeah, he took $50 off. $50 off
not
the
even
price.
50.
Not even $50 each. Exactly. Not even $50 each. Not even $100 each. He only took out $50 and still did not do the complete job that he was paid to do. And I feel like that's insane. And I also feel like people want to be like, well, he didn't do that to me. He didn't do that to me. But he did it to us. Like, that's our experience.
But the crazy, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But the crazy thing is that other people did say the same thing. Like, it wasn't just us. So that's how we knew we weren't tripping. Other people were like, oh yeah, the communication is not the best. Yeah. And it wasn't like it was the next day. It was 2 weeks for him to edit everything. Yeah. Or maybe even longer than that, like 2.5 weeks. So you had plenty of time.
It wasn't, it was like, I think it was about 2 weeks.
Yeah, at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing I didn't like about the whole thing was like when it came to like us finally posting and everything, because y'all know people be like, oh, y'all don't tag us. So like me being a person that was handling social media at the time, like I made sure to tag this person in the post. And it's like, okay, we got no acknowledgement of the post, none of that. Like, you know how you even do the collaboration thing where it's like on their page, on our pages, did that. It wasn't even accepted. I don't even think it got looked at. And it's like, oh, okay. But like when you look at that person's page, it's like you see all these other collaborations. They reposted all their other shoots or they posted their shoots. And it's like, well, okay, like, was our shoot not good enough? Like, was our shoot bad to you or something? Like, what's going on? Like, I just think I didn't like that part. I also didn't like the whole last minute thing with telling us that you told us the day of literally hours before we were getting like, we over here, like, okay, we about to go ahead and film this first, getting ready to film, literally getting ready to film. Then we being told we got to meet up at the place at 5 o'clock to shoot. And it's like, what? Like we already had, like in our head, we literally already had everything laid out perfectly. And it's like, we had to go back.
Didn't we have to film the next day? Like we had to come back.
Filmed,
a few days.
I think we still filmed that night, but we had to it was rushed and it didn't come out right. So we had to refilm it the next day or 2 days later. And it's just the fact that we even had to go back and do that. It was just a lot just to, and
he never showed support. Like, you know, as if I'm a photographer and you're starting a brand new podcast, hey, what are y'all going to be talking about? Like, what are some things that y'all are going to have on there? Nothing. No, didn't even show any concern. Like, that's why I like with even the birthday shoot, he asked questions and was like, intrigued. When's your birthday? Da, 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 da. Yeah, you're taking our podcast business brand pictures and you're not asking about our business. It's
like, what are y'all
weird.
talking about? No questions at all.
It's very weird.
But I just want to say, like, that's when it comes where people don't really care about their clientele. They only care about their money. Like, I feel like another reason I feel like he didn't post us is because he knew, like, what he did. Like, he didn't edit everything and he charged us this amount and only took off this amount. He knew it was trying to be like, oh, you want to post us and you just did that. That's probably why he didn't post us. Because I probably be like, I probably would have said that. Like, you want to post us and you ain't even finished editing everything. Like, I would have said that. But still, like, he should have posted it. Like, just off, like,
at least a repost on your story.
Like, we started a new podcast. The fact that you didn't even post it, you want to post people's birthday pictures. Yeah. That's so unimportant.
Or random stuff. But
nothing. The fact that you didn't finish editing our stuff and you couldn't even give us a little shout out is a little insane. Yeah. Like, a little bit of promo.
Didn't even acknowledge your work.
Yeah. She'll reach out to this person and they'll be like, they're working on it, but it's like, we'll look at the story and it's like, well, you're okay.
Talking about you, more shoots.
You're worried about booking more shoots and you're not finishing your job. It's like after they take your pictures, on to the next one. It's just the fact that it's like with photography, I've noticed that after they take your pictures, they're ready to move on to the next person. But it's like, you still promise to edit my pictures. And that's the main part. Cause like, what if I don't know how to edit my pictures and I'm waiting for you and you're worried about these 3 other bookings that you have? Like, I don't feel like that's professional either. If you can't hold up to your commitment. And first of all, you already say 2 weeks. So I already have to wait 2 weeks. And at the end of the 2 weeks, you still don't have my stuff ready. Like,
that was insane.
Then you just you don't have a returning client.
That's the thing. We will not be returning.
You don't have a returning client.
Next shoot. But what I feel is, like she said, I don't like that one. As we're reaching out for our things, you're still posting like
other things.
Oh, book me for this, book me for that. Like, I still feel like that's the problem with the service industry overall. Everybody is chasing this influencer rich lifestyle that y'all can even see that y'all overcharging people for this mediocre work that y'all giving out, these mediocre experiences. Like, it's crazy. Like, I just can't respect it. I feel like it's stealing. That's how I feel. I feel like people go work it for their hard-earned money every Monday through Friday, every Saturday to Sunday. And y'all just take them people's money and just give them whatever y'all think they deserve. That's insane.
If that were the case, I can be a photographer. I can take a picture. Like,
technically she is.
Like, I do a better job than you and I don't charge people. Like,
no, but I'm saying maybe I should grab me a look.
Like, I'll send the raw photos to you in a couple weeks.
I mean, technically you are.
That's all you have to do? Oh, let me do it. Cause that's all you have to do? It's crazy. And that's why I'm like, I'm glad I know how to edit because I just did another photo shoot. I'm still waiting for my pictures and I'm gonna have to, and then it's like, you took 300 pictures and you told me to pick 5. What about all the rest of the, girl, we were there for like 2 hours.
Wait.
I do not like that these stylists charge you
to edit pictures.
1 hour. And then they only give you about 4 pictures that they'll.
And when I say it was
every
probably
other picture is $550, $20,
and extra pictures are $25 a picture.
And it's just like, that's insane.
And you took 500 pictures.
That's and you told me to pick 5. Images. That's crazy. You at least get like 10.
Yeah, like I feel like 10, 20. I feel like that if you're paying $400 for a something like,
no, that's a fact.
Especially with our podcast, we could only pick 5 pictures and it's like, it's 3 of us. And then we took individuals and then we did 2 looks. So why are you saying it would have been better if it was like 5 per the first scene that we did, 5 per the second, or we didn't even get to our second set of pictures. Like we didn't even get everything that we really paid for. Okay. After we get the pictures taken, you can't even edit all the pictures. It's crazy. You're just taking them.
Yeah. But
yeah, how long
but to switch the topic. So now to food, Lord. So I just feel like when it comes to the food industry, like even people that just like, people that's selling, not like in the buildings or whatever, even people that are in their own establishment, it's like you have to have a high level. I'm not even gonna say some sort. You have to have a high level of professionalism because at the end of the day, you're dealing with people's food. Like people are trusting you to deal with their food. We don't know what goes on in the back of the kitchen. We don't know what y'all are doing. So when it comes down to who you have on the floor, like you gotta make sure you have people that's representing you and your standards correctly. Like it shouldn't be a problem if I'm telling you that you gave me the incorrect drink and you have an attitude with me because I'm asking you to, like, to fix it. Like especially if I'm not even being rude about it, like you're huffing and puffing, like it's not necessary at all. Like it's really not. And then like just certain establishments when it comes to your hours being displayed online as being open, but you got people, y'all don't answer your phone, but then you have people come up to your establishment and guess what? We get turned away because y'all are quote unquote closed. And it's like, but online is every time. Well, like, what's your hours? How about we update it on Google? What's going on? Yeah. Like, what's the deal? Also on top, like, can we leave this whole grass wall hookah stuff in Atlanta? Like, let's have some actual nice, like something nice and cool. Like, we don't need hookah everywhere. We don't need a grass wall everywhere. Yeah. Like, that kind of throws off the vibe and stuff. Loud music. The loud music. Like, if I wanted to have a DJ blast music in my ear while I'm eating, I would have just went somewhere downtown at this point. Yeah. I just want to come somewhere, unload, like, everything don't have to be this, like y'all said, this influencer culture, like why is restaurants trying to even do that? Like, no, like stick to wanting to give great quality food and have great exceptional service because the people y'all have serving at your restaurants don't be caring. They'll treat your guests any and every type of way. They'll say whatever they want because they feel like they can. That's not how your business should be ran. This is coming from somebody that served for 6-7 years. I know I get some customers can, have that look, but no, not at some point you got to learn how to bite your tongue. Especially being in the service industry. Because when you pick that job, you know how people are. You know, you deal with people all day, every day. So you know how people are. Bite your tongue, go to the back, curse, do whatever. Yeah. That's what I used to do. I used to go to that cooler and scream, curse the people out, all that. I did not care. But when I got on that floor, I still had my little smile on my face or whatever. Like I knew how to be professional when it came to being in front of people. And a lot of people don't know that. So even let's get with the just fast food. Like even when I worked in my first job was McDonald's, I was never rude. Like I was never rude to them customers. Yeah. Now you pull up to a fast food. What you want?
Oh my God.
Are you dying?
I said what else? The other day.
What else? Anything? What? Like hold on. I'll say one item. What's your drink? What's your time? Can I? Pull up. What? Like, can I finish? Like, you don't have to always ask somebody what else after everything they say. Please stop doing that.
No, I hate when you pull around and instead of hi, how are you? It's 10 out of 5. I'm like, so rude. Like, hi, how are you?
That's what I say when I got hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'd be like, hi, how are you?
Dang.
10:23. Like,
cash a card. No, cash a card.
Or and then when you get to the next window, closes the window. Hello, here's the food. Closes the window, and then you sit there and they act like they don't see you. They act like they don't. Sound. The sauce is in the bag. Yes, it's in the bag. Sauce is in the bag. I wouldn't ask for more sauce. Another one. If it was in the bag, you gave me one. I need like 2 or 3.
One little pouch.
That'd be having me hot. When you act like you don't see me still sitting there. That's why I check my food at the
and they hate it. They hate it
checking at because they care about going fast. But it's like if you don't give me the stuff right the first time, I'm not pulling back around. Like
do it right the first time.
Okay. But now you really said a mouthful about the food industry. I feel like I don't want to go to no place and I can't hear the next person at the table speaking because the music is on 100.
The server shouldn't have to do this.
what you on? And they can barely hear you. That's insane. I also don't really like that. I'm trying to eat my food and it smells like hookah berries. In the air, like, dang, like
Hookah berry is crazy.
I
can't see nothing.
Like what? That's why the more reason I hate Atlanta. Let's start there. I hate Atlanta just off their restaurant culture. But like you said, like these servers don't really even be caring about representing the business. And I feel like these restaurant owners don't even really care how they're even represented because all they do is take their side. Like, it's insane. But
if you don't like it, you can leave.
Yeah.
That's not no, especially if like this is like a guest that is actually trying to like spend. And I hate to say it, but normally it be coming from our own people. And that's another thing, like, about this whole thing. Like, Black people will say support. One thing about me, I'm a major Black person supporter. If you follow me from the beginning, I literally had a highlight on my page that had Black businesses, and anybody I ever went to, I always posted it and put it in there. And anytime, people will literally go in there and look. So I'm a major Black business supporter. But then when it comes to the point where you feel as though we're supposed to, I guess, kiss your feet.
Yeah.
It's like, well, dang, like, aren't you the service provider? Aren't you supposed to be, it really all just ties back into what we all just spoke about today. Yeah. Like, learn how to run a business.
You need to run a business.
You need to run a professional business.
When you saying that, it reminds me of like, I don't know if y'all know Keith Lee.
Yes.
Do y'all know when he went to Atlanta, he went to like this breakfast spot and reviewed it?
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
The best review, and then they went on their business page.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Their business page to respond to him like, oh, who is Keith Lee? Who cares about what Keith Lee has to say? Wow. And then want to get mad when everybody was on Keith Lee's side because it's just like, all he did was go on the internet and give his opinion. Like, y'all the ones who gave him that service, that food, like, all he can do is speak on his experience. If you don't want people to have a bad experience, you should not give them a bad experience.
And he even says, like, in his videos, like, do not take his opinion. Still, he literally still supports the business and say, everybody still go try it for themselves. This is just his own personal experience. And the thing about it is, if you feel as though somebody is quote unquote picking at you, he don't even go in and get the food himself. Yeah. Like, he sends his family or friends in to get the food. He doesn't put it under his name at all. So it's like, if you're treating regular, and he does it because if you're treating regular people like this, you only doing it right because my name is on it. And you know you're going to get it right because my name on it. But you're treating regular people that you don't even know like crap. Like, come on now, why would I support that? So he basically just calling out people on their BS. Like, that man did like a whole like statewide tour.
But that's another thing about Atlanta culture is that they will put people with a lot of followers over you. Yeah. Like, it was one restaurant he went to and it was like, oh, this is Keith Lee. He have this many followers. We're going to put him ahead of our 30 people waiting.
People been waiting crazy.
That's insane. You got
been waiting for hours.
People waiting, but you're going to put this man at the top of the wait list because he has 1 million followers. That's insane. Like, and that goes to like all service providers. You know how many people that get paid because they have stylists and they'll take all that they're cashing on them because NBA young boy baby mama booked her, like want to book her, she gonna cancel your appointment. That ain't even nobody paying for.
That's a whole nother topic.
And what I do want to talk about before we leave is these deposit bands. I'm so sick of people running off with deposits. Like, that's just insane. Like, speak on somebody else's experience. This girl booked this girl appointment knowing she was going on vacation. Ain't say nothing. Had the girl pull up to the shop. And it was like, well, who you here for? She say such and such. And everybody like, such and such on vacation, baby. She ain't here to do your hair.
She what?
But you done already took that girl deposit. Like, you out on the country, probably took 4, 5, 6 people $20 deposit, living it up.
Did she refund it?
Girl, please. You know they don't refund on the deposit.
Oh, wow.
It's like, one thing I think that a lot of people do is, these service providers is, when they know they got to go on vacation and stuff, they rush and do some BS work so they have money to go on vacation. Like, No shade. That girl.
Y'all. So like she just said, like I booked with this girl on Style Seat. I never download Style Seat. First of all, I don't know why I did that, but I just urgently needed my hair done. I forgot what was going on that I needed my hair done, but I just urgently needed my hair done. And I just wanted a ponytail, like my little a slick ponytail. I'm not myself without a ponytail. So saw a girl, I was like, oh, she provides hair, and it's only $100. Let me go ahead and book. It's a $20 deposit. Bet. Went ahead and booked it. So I get to her. First of all, she kind of was a bit late. First of all, she told me to come early. I came early. She was still late when I came early. So it was technically still my regular original appointment time. So it was like kind of what was the point? But get inside, first of all, she just opened the door and went to the back. So I'm like, okay, like, am I in the right place? I didn't see her. Hi? Yeah. No, she didn't. She didn't even say hi. Like when I came in, I sat down. All I heard somebody talking, but I didn't know they were talking to me. And then she came up front and she was like, oh, you can come back. So I'm assuming she told me to come to the back, but I didn't know she told me to come to the back. But she washed my hair. I didn't even feel like she washed my hair thoroughly because like you supposed to get the back. I didn't feel her really get the back for real either. But then when we finished that, came to the room, she was like, you got your hair with you? I was like, do I have my hair with me? And she was like, yeah. I was like, oh, it said that you provided hair. So she grabbed her phone and was like, huh? And she was trying to go on her Style Seat and try to look and see if it was on there. And I'm like, that's the only reason, like, I'm not tripping. Like, I know I saw that it said hair provided and wash included and everything. And me and her was texting and everything. So I'm pretty sure, like, that should have been kind of mentioned. Yeah, that could have been mentioned in there. Like, I would have asked her that as well. So she took a little, first of all, I felt like the ponytail wasn't even secure. Because when people do the ponytail, they like slick it with whatever, like the got to be and all that, and blow dry it very well. She had some type of cream type, some white cream. It wasn't even gel. It was like some type of white cream that she was using to mold my hair. And she didn't even use the blow dryer too long on it. It's like she put a blow dryer on it for like 3 seconds and then went back to molding more of my hair. So put the ponytail on. I mean, it was cute or whatever. I get home. I noticed the ponytail came out. So I go back up there. I call her. I was like, hey, my ponytail just came out. So she was already like doing another client when I got there. And she was also trying to do her hair because she was about to go out of town. So I'm like, okay, well, can I come? She was right up the street from my house anyway. So I was like, can I go ahead and come right quick just so you can put it back in? She put it back in. Cool. I wake up the next morning. Ponytails out again. I'm calling, texting both of them. Like, do y'all know how to do a ponytail? Can y'all please reattach my ponytail? Please, 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 all that. Tried to do it myself. It did not work out at all. So we just had to do a whole complete different hairstyle. We in a car pulling up to the event in my car, trying to like fix the ponytail because it keep coming out. So we finally got it together just with us. But I will say she did accommodate me because I did like let her know like, hey, the ponytail came out again. Like, is there a way you can like give me half the money back or the full refund? She did send me half the money back, which was at least that was the least she could do since the ponytail did come out.
Because she went out of town.
Yeah, she did go out of town. So yeah, she couldn't fix it.
So she found hair.
She found like random pieces, like a random. She found a random.
You ain't say that.
I was like, found a random bundle.
Like an extra $20 or something. But that's insane. You ain't gonna find no random hair. But that be another thing. They don't even take the time to update.
Yeah.
Like, you have a Style Seat account, but you don't even take the time to update.
And she said she don't even use Style Seat anymore. That's why I was like,
exactly. Like, why is your account still active if you don't use it? Knowing people just go on this site and find people.
And then it charged my car like $1 on Style Seat. Like I had to do like, it was $1 deposit or whatever, but I had to cash out her my $20 deposit. So it's like, I don't know. It was just kind of.
I just feel like these new service providers just treat us like a money grab. Like it's not really to give you good service or have you return as a client. It's just for them to make a quick buck in the moment, and I don't really respect that. Like, how are you living? Like, how are you making a career out of this? And you're basically only satisfying certain people and giving giving the majority a dissatisfaction. Like, that's insane.
2 points to that. Like, it'll go more with the like advice and stuff, like tips, but you're not working on your returning clientele. You're wanting to make quick, but you don't realize that if you treated everyone who sits in your chair as a returning client and give them the best service, you don't even have to go market yourself. They're going to keep coming back. They're going to tell, I'm going to go get my hair done. I'm going to tell Maya and Danny, they're going to go tell their friends and family. Like, you don't even have to do nothing. But every time you do that customer wrong, you lost that customer. Now you got to go work 10 times harder to go get more clientele. Like, and then the other thing is they just want to do, I know this one girl does, like, she has like brand ambassadors and she just want to be always do their hair and it's like top notch, taking pictures and stuff. But like with anyone else coming to chair, it's like you don't know how to treat a customer. Like, you give them basic service and your work is like half done. But if it's going on social media, you make sure it's top notch. Yeah. Like,
and that's so insane because the brand ambassadors don't even be paying.
They don't pay. Like,
you're doing the top notch styles on the people that's getting the service for free, but paying customers, paying clients. That's insane.
Yeah,
I feel like people don't understand like how strong word of mouth is. Yeah. Like, if you just got your hair done from this girl that I just told her about because I had a video.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know how many times we done sent people in and it's like no, don't go to this. Like, who we just done had so many bad experiences from or heard about bad experiences that it's being repeated to other people and we're telling them not to go. So it's just like, you don't know how far word of mouth goes. Like, so it's best to just do everybody right because you might do the wrong person wrong and they know everybody. How many people they know just because it's a new client and you don't even really know them.
Yeah.
Like, it could be a top influencer. You don't even know they have a lot of followers. Exactly. They told you. Now they done went on TikTok and told all they followers
in your shop.
Because you just never know.
You never know.
Especially,
and that girl had a lot of followers.
Let's just say it didn't even happen to me, but I know somebody with a lot of followers, and I go tell them, and they decide that, this is content. Now they like, who the stylist?
Yeah.
And now they done put the stylist in the comments, and now you on the internet all man like, I remember this, and this is how it happened. Anytime a stylist responds back to a TikTok story, 9 times out of 10 they did wrong.
Yeah. There's this lady on TikTok who that literally happens to. Like, she posts her work in her classes, but when you actually go to her shop, she has other people work for her. And people will go there and be like, no, I want like that direct stylist. And they're like, oh, she's not available. Like, she's not doing your hair. I'm doing your hair.
Oh.
So then they're all like famous on TikTok. So if you like type in her name, there's stories of like, I had a bad experience with this.
You talking about Dora?
Yeah.
You said Dora?
I forgot her name, but
Now I gotta go look at
Dora.
Her
is a YN who does hair.
Not a YN.
And she bully her clients because they know they can't whoop her. She's like a 7-foot black woman who wear Nike Tech and don't get her hair done, and she the stylist.
Oh my god!
But she's not even. She don't even be styling.
Yeah, she have other people work for her. She might start it off and they have other people finish. They said Dora had a girl run her car through the shop. She was so pissed off with Dora. Dora got so many bad experiences.
But I think it's like a content method because she's only famous because all the bad stories.
All those bad stories that people have told that she finally got on the internet and just been playing in people's face.
I never know about this person.
But I don't know why. Yeah, you gotta search up
it's
Dora.
It's really crazy.
Yeah. But when I saw her, I said, I wouldn't play with Dora either. Dora like she'll whoop on sight.
That's a lot. But now we're just gonna switch over to like the storytelling, like online stories of people who also dealt with, some type of situations that we kind of, dealt with. Okay, so I just found one and the title is, I'm so sick of these hairstylists. She said, I'm beyond tired of these MF hairstylists, and I know so many people in real life of all ages, creed, and color that feel the same way. I feel like the experience of going to the beauty parlor and getting your hair done started declining around 2013, but I could be wrong. A lot of these new age hairstylists are out of their rabbit minds with the type of craziness they pull, whether it's having the 50 out of 11 ridiculous rules, lack of professionalism, stealing people's wigs and bundles, or just straight up not knowing how to actually care for hair. The reason I'm heated is because I took my hair out of a sew-in about 2 weeks ago. My hair is in very good condition, a little bit dry, but because I just took it out of a sew-in. About a week after taking the sew-in down, I go to the hairstylist. I go to the hairstylist. I've gone to a handful of times so I can get a silk press and a trim. Tell me why she tells me my ends are dry and proceeds to randomly cut about 4 inches of my hair. When she cut my hair, she had my back facing the mirror. My split ends were very minimum and my ends weren't see-through. There was no damage to my hair that would call for cutting off all the hair. She didn't even trim my ends. She just did a blunt cut, and now I look like Lord Farquaad with a shoulder length bob.
That's crazy.
The silk press wasn't even silky, and my hair is not difficult to silk press out at all. I just decided I'm going to start doing my own hair and trim because this is ridiculous. And why are all these hairstylists bald headed? When I tell you, I felt that to the core.
The picture at the end.
Oh, God. And she had a picture of Laura Farquaad. Like, it got to the point where I started doing my own hair. Like, all I be doing is like little slick backs, or I'll do myself a blowout. Like, it's really hard to find hairstylists, and not to mention a natural hairstylist. I'm natural. So it's like, I need somebody who can really treat and tame my hair. Thankfully, I've found somebody already that I just now found somebody that can do that. But do you know how long it took? Like, it's 2025. I haven't had my like natural hair treated by a professional since, I want to say, so what year did I graduate from? 2023, 2022? I think 2022. It's now 2025. It took that long for me to actually find a natural hairstylist. That's crazy. Like, all these people be claiming that they're first of all, it's no such thing as certified when it comes to being a hairstylist. Do you have your cosmetology? Do you have are you a licensed master cosmetologist? Yes or no? If you are not, you should not be doing nobody's hair. You shouldn't be trying to charge out the butt for this and that. You shouldn't be telling somebody that, oh, they got to come wash. First of all, if you in somebody's shopping, you talking about they got to pay to get a wash, baby, I'm calling state board on you, because that is illegal.
That should be included.
That is illegal.
Yeah. It's really illegal for them to, like, as a licensed cosmetologist, it is illegal for them to expect you to wash and blow dry your hair, because
that's the foundation.
They don't really know if you know how to do it. Exactly. They are taught to do it a certain type of way, so they know your hair is actually
that is literally illegal.
I've only seen that when I came to Georgia. Like, when, like, growing up, anytime I go get my hair done, they're washing, blow drying, styling every single time. The silk press is like $40, $35, $40, 2011. Okay. So when we first came here, we found a great, amazing hairstylist. They still have a shop. They still charge $35 for a silk press and wash and blow dry. But recently, like, they haven't been answering the phone. So I just figured out how to do my own hair, because it's annoying. Like, if I work a certain amount of days, I'm like, the weekend's the only availability, or late at night. I mean, late in the evening, if I want to go get my hair done and you're not available, you're not even answering the phone. My first question is, hey, are you available? Or when is your next availability? And you don't even answer. I call, you don't answer. Like, I feel like that's unprofessional, especially if I'm a long-lasting client. Like, I'm not even a new client. I've been going to you for years, and all of a sudden you're like not answering my phone call, and you don't have a booking site. You don't want people to just show up. So the least you can do is answer the phone.
This is why I miss what my aunt used to do. My aunt used to have her own salon. My aunt Teresa, she used to have her own salon. I wish she still had it, because I would not be going through this. I swear I wouldn't.
But I feel like the real problem is, like I said, like, the girls are skipping cosmetology school, so they don't know how to trim hair. Like, they don't know how to trim hair. Like, that's the problem. Like, when she said a girl do a blunt cut, that's all they know how to do,
that's
because
not even how
they have not learned how to cut. They have not learned how to treat, how to wash. None of that. That's why they want you to come wash, blow dry, braid.
Blow dry straight now.
Blow dry straight. That's why they can't even braid over natural hair. Growing up, no braider has ever asked me to come with my hair blown out. Like, that's insane. Like, they just used to braid and braid. But that's what I'm saying. The girls have skipped cosmetology school. They're skipping being mentored in a salon. They're going straight to a salon suite, and that's why they don't have no professionalism, communication skills, communication skills.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't know how to do anything except for slap some glue on your forehead and place a wig.
Thank you.
And I think that's insane that they're even allowed to just do that. Like you said, if you don't know how to do everything, you shouldn't be able to just do one thing. I feel like the only way that works is when it's braiders, because you don't have to be licensed to be a braider. But even to slap a wig on, you need to be licensed because you're considered a hairstylist. Braiders are considered braiders in Georgia. Mm-hmm. There's a difference.
We can call state board. Like you literally, even like unlicensed people, you can still call state board on them and they would be fined for that. Like literally, like I think it comes to like, it really just comes down to us taking that initiative to really like report these people. Like sometimes it's like, we don't be wanting to go through all that, but it's like, I don't think some of these people really gonna learn. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, report everybody, da da da. But if it got to a point where it got to that,
I don't know, you got to report it. But because it is getting to that point. But that's how I feel like. I feel like everybody gonna be like, oh, I don't want to be no snitch. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But the fact that people can continue to just steal people money and mess them over, I do think that they should be reported.
Especially if you're charging $300, $400, $500,
and the white girls are charging
$500 braids.
I did.
$500 for some braids.
I did get $500 braids, but they were extra small micro braids.
But were
that's still too much.
And they were at her house. Like, was she like? You don't even know.
No, but she had like an actual salon set up in her house.
I don't know. That's still too much.
Pretty. But plus, she don't work on Sundays. I did have to pay like a Sunday fee because she don't work on Sundays. And she was just squeezing me in, and she don't do small braids.
Dang!
She was also just doing
fee.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
No, I did. I was like comfortable with it only because like I said, the girl had canceled on me like at 5 p.m. the day before, and Jaden just so happened to find her for me because I'm texting all these people, calling all these people. That's why I texted that girl. She was like, Who is this? Okay, girl.
Who is this?
Like, she was able to say, like, I don't have any availability. I don't work on Sundays, but I will take her on a Sunday. And when I went to go book on her site, she don't do small braids. And I was telling her, I want extra small, long braids. And she gave me the price, and I wasn't too mad at it because I think I was about to pay the other girl like $300. And her braids weren't going to be like as small as I got them in the first place. So I was fine with that. But what I'm not fine with is when you're not even licensed, and for a wig that I need to come braid it down for, it's like $200-$300.
Yeah,
come braid it down.
You know they say come braid it down now.
They do.
No, I didn't know they were telling you to come braid it down now.
Usually they say, or usually they'll say come braid it down for a deal. Like I did one, but I think it was like almost $200 or so.
I didn't know
that's not a deal.
I didn't know they was making people come braid it down now.
Joke about that earlier.
No, they'll tell you to come braid it down.
You come braid it down.
Oh, wow.
But even back to the
if you want a middle part, you need to make sure you got the part. And if you want the side, you need to make sure it's parted to the side. Yes, girl. People who are not licensed and they're working in salons. Call the people.
That goes back to even like coming blow dried. Like with Mel, I don't put heat on her hair, so I have to make sure when I do book them for braids, I'm like, hey, I don't put heat on her hair. I detangle it, and you just have to do it as it is to make sure they'll even be willing to do that because some of them will probably be like, no, has to be blow dry. So,
and my question is, do you put like the extensions in, or is just her hair braided?
I usually get extensions for her. Yeah.
Because I was about to say, I really don't like when they try to stretch the hair out and we're not even using any extra hair. That's insane. Like, you're literally braiding her natural hair. Oh, yeah. Why do you need to stretch it out?
I think I did both. But yeah, I just let them know, like, hey, is this okay? Because I don't want to show up and they be like, it's not blow dry.
And it's crazy, Jay, trying to charge adult prices for kids.
For kids,
you just got it on TikTok, like, and they're making excuses for it. First of all, the braids be this long. It's red at the nape of their head. You ain't like you're doing down to braids. And half the time you barely even add hair. Like, kids probably use like what?
Yeah, they don't use that much.
Come on now. And the excuse is, okay, it's safe.
I hate when they say, bring like 6 packs, and they only use And then what the rest of my hair? I did mine. Every single time I'm like, I'm just being exaggerated. But I think they probably said like 4. I think they probably said like 4 bundles, but she only used 2. So it's like, well, I'll take the rest of the 2. But it's like I still have to pay for these 2. So now I got to book another style so I can use the rest of the 2. But
yeah, insane. Yeah, I hate when
they always say bring more, and it's not even like half of that.
Yeah, like this girl told me 5 packs one time, and when she didn't use 1 pack, the next time I bought 4.
Oh.
Braiding hair, it ain't gonna do nothing but sit in my house. So
yeah, I still want it. I still take it.
If it's my human hair, yeah, baby, go ahead and give me that bundle back.
I take all of it.
Braiding hair, and plus I kind of like this braider. So I'll be letting her have it, but only that particular.
Okay. I feel like it's different from letting them have it than versus like they don't mention it. Yeah. Like they'll make sure that you forget and like not say anything.
No, she's like, oh, don't forget to take your hair, and I be like,
you can have it.
Can just keep it. Yeah.
Have y'all ever had a situation where y'all just been like y'all had got hit with hidden fees from a styling? No, I remember my graduation hair. My ponytail.
Yeah, because she washed it or something.
She didn't even wash it. So she quote unquote said I didn't come blow dry straight. But if that was the case, you're a hairstylist, you know. Well, first of all, I thought I was blow dry straight because I sent her a picture of it and she said that was good. So cool, I get there, she's blow drying my hair again. Okay. I mean, that kind of don't have nothing. I'm just, you know, here early. So I booked the ponytail. The ponytail was originally $80, I believe, but I booked the early bird appointment. So of course there's a fee on top of the early bird appointment that I already knew. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, I need to pay her this and this. So I wanted the rhinestones going down my ponytail. So you charged me $30 to put on rhinestones in my ponytail that I bought myself. Yeah, you didn't even provide the rhinestones. I bought my own rhinestones. And then you didn't even use correct glue. You used black glue on blonde. This is when I had my ginger blonde hair. So you use black glue on ginger hair with rhinestones, and it's making it look like little eyeballs or something going down my ponytail. On top of that, you also, like, when it got to the end of my service, I think she said my total was like almost 2 something. I'm like, wait, what? And she was like, yeah, because it's $30 for the rhinestones. And then she was like, I didn't charge you for the blow dry because I was supposed to charge you $30 for that. But I just
blow dry.
I already had it
on top of a blow.
That's insane.
So it's like, you try to hit me with a hidden, first of all, 30.
It sounds, sorry. Sometimes they be like, your hair's too kinky, charge.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't control how my hair is.
What's the isms? That's texturism. Like,
isms.
The fact that they be like, oh, if you 4C, it's extra.
Yeah,
like what?
Now she don't know how to do.
If your hair's too long, that's extra. Yeah, you gotta have 4 inches worth of hair.
I've seen on TikTok. This girl came and her hair was like really long. She's like, I'm gonna have to charge you because it's gonna take longer, and I didn't know.
What?
Or I saw somebody. This lady was like, oh, it took me like 4 hours to detangle her hair and blow dry it. And it's like, if you're a professional, why did it take that long?
Exactly.
You just wanted to take that long so you can overcharge. Like, I'm starting to realize that they're doing little small stuff to overcharge.
Don't forget, they like to do content while they're doing your hair. That's why I take them forever to do your hair.
Now, who done did content while they doing it? See, the thing like this, people ain't playing with me like this.
Yeah,
like,
they asked me.
First of all, I don't play about my money. You ain't giving me no hidden fees. Like, we need to go over my
the total
before I get there, because I ain't gonna get there. You talk about
you don't tell people at the
curls
end.
Is extra 50. Girl, please.
Why they charge
style?
We really getting into it, y'all. We really getting into it.
Bruh.
Styling is a part of doing
How do you charge for the install? Which, mind you, the install is just gluing it on. And then, if you want to, that's like already what, 150, 100, like, 150. Oh, you want to style? That's an extra 50. And you want layers? That's an extra 75.
Like, this is a part of styling here. You're a hairstylist.
Like, what do you want me to leave out the shop unstyled?
But yeah, it's the people that's not licensed that's doing this. That's what's crazy, because I think other people know, like, the board can be called on you. Like, I don't think nobody licensed was doing it.
Another experience I had to get my wig colored. Every single time I asked to get it colored, yeah, I can do that. And I get it, and no, you can't do it there, and it's not matching. But I think the first time she gave me a discount because she was like, it didn't turn out right or whatever. Like, they be blaming it on the wig. Like, The wig didn't. No, that one was perfect.
They love that. The wig didn't do this.
The wig didn't take the color correct. It's like if you knew what you were doing, or that's why you do a test beforehand. You don't just go up and dye the whole thing. And then one of them, she's like actually in a shop, and at first I didn't even realize because I was like, oh, it's pretty. But then when I after I got it done, I went back to the picture and compared it, and I was like, I asked for burgundy and burnt orange, to dye into burnt orange, and it was hot red, red hot, and I was like, at first I didn't notice because I'm like, oh, it's cute, but then I'm like, this is not what I literally burgundy, dark, almost brown is what I asked for to blend into orange, and that was not what I got at all. It was giving red.
Yeah, that happened to me too.
Set to red.
Yeah, for real.
But I don't like people saying that they can do things
and then they don't do it, and then they don't say anything. Yeah. She didn't say anything.
That's crazy.
That's what I used to Okay, so this girl's supposed to tone my blonde wig. I get to the appointment. I'm looking at it. It looks yellow, but I'm like, I don't really know. I've never had blonde hair, so maybe that's what it looks like. It wasn't until it got on my head, and I'm like, this wig is yellow, and I paid you to tone it. Yeah. And you didn't even try. You didn't need to put a little purple shampoo on there.
So how do you tone? What makes it tone? I don't
be toner. Yeah. Literally by toner. Okay. And all you do is mix the toner with the developer. Yeah. And saturate it and leave it on there for about 20 minutes, and it goes from that brassy yellow color to
it takes the yellow
cool more blonde. Okay.
Yeah. And because this is the thing, when I took the wig off and months later I toned it, it was that color that I wanted the first time. All she did was not even do it. Yeah. Which is crazy because she told me yeah, I can do it, and you didn't do it. That's just insane.
So did she charge you to?
That's the girl who I paid her in cash, and she charged my card, and then took months to refund.
It's crazy. Me. No, one lady, she was dropped the wig off. I'm gonna text you when to drop the wig off, right? So the whole time, I didn't see the text because I think it's because it's from an unknown number, and I don't know what happened. I literally just didn't see the text. So I text her a couple of days later, and I'm like, hey, I didn't never get the text of when to drop the wig off, and it's so and so days before my appointment. She's like, oh yeah, I've been texting you, but I'm like, you couldn't follow up if you noticed I haven't responded, or I was supposed to drop my wig off between those 3 days and I never came. And she was like, I was like, well, is it too late to come drop it off? She's like, yeah, but I'm gonna have to charge you. I'm like, I didn't see your text, you didn't follow up, and now you're charging me, and it's not even the appointment's not even the next day. It was still days until my appointment. I could understand if it was the day before my appointment or the day of, or it was literally 2 or 3 days where you still had enough time to do it. And all your responses, I've been texting you. You can still drop it off and you should have paid.
It's just always charge. But
I feel that's where it comes to when you say lack of communication. Because if you really cared about your clientele, you'd be like, oh, I'm supposed to do this girl here, but she ain't texting me back. Let me call her. Let me call her and text her. Yeah. That'd be insane. Especially if you didn't cancel or nothing, and you're texting her about your appointment, and you're open with communication. She should have been dang, you shouldn't be talking, and she didn't answer. So let me see what's going on with her. But that's the thing. They be asking you to drop your wigs off days. I
don't trust
You get to your appointment and they plucking the wig. They dyeing the wig right at the appointment. What's the point of me dropping it off a week in advance?
I feel like they be taking the wigs
days before, and after it was wet. It's giving you just
exactly. So what's the point of even bringing it in so many days?
So it's come on now.
Yeah, one girl, her rule was you had to bring it 2-3 days in advance, and you had to write your name on your box. So when you come to the shop, it ain't even her opening up the door. You know how they keep the shop doors locked. The lady just oh, you can't drop on your wig. Let me get your wig. Please, I don't even know you, ma'am. But yeah, it's just crazy how business is being handled nowadays.
Jesus.
Except she said bring me to a house. Oh. When I went to the house, I rang the doorbell. It's this older lady, and she didn't say anything. She was close the door, and I was like, she didn't even confirm.
Yeah, why I'm here.
For so and so. Nothing. She was just okay. She grabbed it and
oh wow.
Well, I think I took a picture because I was gonna tell the girl the address you gave me. If anything happens, this is where you told me to drop it off. I don't know who lives here or that happened to me. So I was it got to where it needed to go.
Oh, That's crazy.
And then something could have happened, and then it would have been all your fault, and you could have not had no wig, no hair. Please, that's insane. But because we've experienced such dissatisfaction, we will be giving a few tips that we think that you service providers should just, take take it with heat,
Just a grain of, not even a grain of salt.
Not a grain of salt. Y'all need a whole shaker.
Container.
Yeah.
What?
The whole salt shaker, okay?
The first thing first, first thing first, please ensure that you have a great level of communication. Everything starts with communication first. If you really care about your business and your clients, you should always don't think that, okay, if they want their hair done, they're going to hit me up. No, this is your business. This is your baby. Treat it like that. Check on your clients. If your client didn't reach back out to you after you text them, follow up. It is nothing wrong with they have apps where you can literally schedule, where you can send out reminders. Yeah. Why not just do that? So that way you can alleviate the stress for yourself. Communication is key. Separate your phones, personal, business. Have that separated. So that way you're not getting everything jumbled up and stressing yourself out. Communication is the number one top priority, I feel like, for me. That's what I think. But what's your...
for me, definitely professionalism. I feel like you're not just going to know how to run a business. I feel like we need to stop skipping the step of not going to school, not doing your mentorship and all of that, because they're not just teaching you how to do hair in cosmetology school. They're also teaching you customer service and how to speak to your client, how to communicate with your client. Either it's no way you don't know what your client want before the appointment is started. Y'all should be communicating. I want this, that way. By the time you're finished, your client is happy. I feel like that is so important. I feel like the girls need to start going back to school, stop going straight to the salon, and actually get those groundbreaking lessons that they teach y'all. Because if I go to a stylist and you just cut me cross and you don't section my hair and actually trim, I might get out the chair and do something. Because I'm not even paying. This is my hard-earned money. I wash my hair on a daily. I deep condition my own hair. So half the time I trim my own hair. So if you look at my hair and say, "Oh, you need a trim," and just go cross, what's a problem? Because I go through my hair and section it. I don't just go cross and tie my own hair. So you're not going to learn something from this.
Or going back to knowing different hair types. Because even my hair is curly, so it's naturally dry, and it always looks like I need to trim. I need to trim my ends. If that were the case, you could just keep cutting my hair up because, like you said, I could have already trimmed my hair. And that's just how they naturally. Yeah, you wouldn't know. So I think asking, you should ask for anything, and then you say, "I'm gonna cut this much off," or showing the person before.
That's that communication. Just communicate. I feel like the older stylists or stylists that have been in the game for a while, they really do that. Even when you see them on Instagram and they're doing their clients' hair, they're like, "Hey, is this enough to take off?" Or "This much needs to come off, but if you only want me to take this much off, I'll only take this much off." Because it's no way you should be deciding what to do with your client's hair because it's your client's hair. It's insane.
I agree. And then I would say, if you see an area that you need help in your business, whether that be staying on top of your bookings, putting your schedule, not marking that down. Just have someone, if you know that you're too busy to check in with your customers and make sure that they're scheduled or that they're still coming in or that you're too busy to follow up with your customers, have someone that can check in and do that for you. You don't always have to pay that person. It could be someone that you entrust and start making money. But also invest into your business. If you know you need to invest in a help or an assistant for your business, don't just worry about the money. Think about how that can benefit your customer. If you don't know how to provide it, that investment is worth it because you're working on. You should always think how can I make sure that this is a returning customer? Hey, how was your experience at the end? Do you like your hair? Asking follow-up questions. That's why we ask for feedback. We want to make sure we're not doing the same thing over and over, and people are like, I think they should do it differently.
Yeah.
we even take advice. So it's not just service providers. It's anyone who has a business. If someone's giving you constructive feedback, and not saying you have to listen to everyone because some people just be hating, but if someone's giving you constructive feedback, like at least take heed and be like, is this an area that I can improve on? And find out where you need to invest.
Yeah.
And update all your information. Like, I feel like whatever number you're using at the time, it should be no reason you're like, oh, this is my old number. I'm sorry you sent money to this number. I'm sorry you sent money to this cash app. That's my old cash app. Like, if you're running the business, like she said, everything should be up to date. It's no reason for you to be like, oh, this is old. I'm sorry. This is like, at that point, it's an excuse. Like, just stay on top of things. And I feel like it wouldn't be no dissatisfaction in your clients. Like, that goes for everything: food, hair, everything. Like, it should be no reason we should have to go through your roommate, cousin, brother to find you, because our one way of communication has been taken away, and you don't know my number, I don't know your number, and it's like, but I've paid you my money to do me a service, and now I can't get in contact with you. Does that not sound insane? So I just feel like, make sure you just keep everything updated. Your style sheet, make sure your style sheet say that you no longer provide this, or you no longer do these services, because like she said, nobody really knows everybody on Style Seat, but the point of Style Seat is for you to find people in your area that provides the style that you want. So if I'm using these sites that does that, you should have the most accurate information on these sites, especially if you be like, I don't even really use it no more, but your account is still active on there. Like, you should make sure everything is accurate. That's all I have to say.
And also communication, I feel like there needs to be like, as soon as someone books, we should reach out to them directly and be like, hey, I saw you book. Thank you for book. Like, this doesn't happen at all. So this is something that maybe could start happening to make things smoother. Like, hey, thank you for booking, Warren, because you're acknowledging that the person booked. Most of the time, I don't hear about you until the So you can say, hey, thank you for booking. I saw you book the wig and style. Can you send me like what you're looking for? Because what if you can't even do that, or they come to you the day of, and you're like, what do you want? You're thrown off, they're thrown off, you're charging with extra to style and curl. And the whole time, this could have been already figured out. And after they book, hey, what are you looking to get? Pictures, and then do you have any questions at the time? Yeah, I don't really know how to build like gel hair. Hey, thank you for letting me know. Correct, I could definitely help you with that. So you can come earlier to the point where you have time to blow dry. Instead of getting there like their blow dry halfway. Now I gotta take extra time. Like, just communicate up front. Like, all of this should be done like the next day after you book. And I feel like that doesn't happen. And yes, it's time consuming, but like how much time consuming is it to do it the day of your appointment?
Yeah, I like that idea of once you book, they should reach out and be like, yeah, hey, this is your stylist. I see that you booked this. Because you send me some pictures. That way they should be like, oh, I can't do this. Let me send your deposit back. It's like you said, except for when we get to the appointment. Now we like, dang, I don't even know if I can do that. Then that don't even just go for stylists. That go for like everybody. You book a cake and now you find out day of that she can't even really do the cake, or you get to the photographer, you find out he can't even do these kind of pictures. Like, I feel like as a business owner, you should be reaching out and ensuring that you can provide what this client is looking for. Yeah. That is great. I think y'all should take that advice.
For sure.
I care about it so much. I always have to reach out and say, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? Sorry, we never ask what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Again, this is not to make anyone feel no type of way.
Exactly.
We are, we're just giving our own experiences. Like, we're just saying what we went through. So even if like you're watching this and you're just not one of those people, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Because we know some people if it don't apply to them, they still kind of get in their feelings a little bit. But it's okay. It's okay. Like, it's okay. We're talking about the experiences that we went through. And if you know you don't do that, you are good. You are great. But again, like, just honestly listen to the people that get services done. Like, we are the people that come to y'all. So it's like, don't always take anything as if someone's picking at you. Like, no, it's just, okay, let me take a look in the mirror. Let me take a look at what I'm doing. Let's try to do something different. I am noticing like certain things are going on, or I'm not getting as much clientele. So let me get a new approach on things. Like, that is very important for everybody to do. Like, you don't always have to stay stuck in what you started off with. It's best to progress, get more knowledge of what you've done wrong, and to make it better. There's nothing wrong with doing that at all. But again, take it with, the container of salt.
Because I just feel like if all three of us have had a similar situation and a random lady on a website have had a similar situation, plus more people on like TikTok and all these other sites, maybe we should, like you say, take a look in the mirror and see where we're going wrong. Because
and we can only speak because this is our business and we have had experience in the industry. I have my own outside business as well. So it's like, we're not just talking to talk. We're like trying to help each other. And like I said, we receive feedback as well for the podcast and change things up. We don't just do the same thing.
Yeah. Working, we progress. Season 2, we're going to make sure, we taking things to another level. So again, like, stay tuned for season 2. Also, if y'all want or know anyone that would like to be guests, y'all already know what to do. Comment below, DM us, have them DM us, all of that. We want to have some people on the show, so don't be shy. Let us know. So, who's going to close us out tonight?
Okay, time to close us out in prayer.
Oh, well, I'm holding my hand out too.
I'm dead. All right. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to first off thank you by letting everybody get here safely tonight. I want to thank you for allowing us to have a successful season 1. I pray that our next season we progress and become better. We learn from our criticism that we receive, and we don't take it with, hate. We just take it with scribe. I pray that we learn from our season 1. I pray that we continue to just work to become better in everything that we do, not just our podcast, but our everyday life. I pray that you continue to stick with us through our day-to-day life and keep us covered in the blood of Jesus. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Amen. Bye.